Hey guys and gals, let's build the Space Explorer pack by LEGO City. This is set number 60441, contains 426 bricks, retails for $31.99, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review, so thank you LEGO for sending this to me. And these are the models that we're going to be building today. And this is a 3 sets in one deal jobby thing, and that's pretty much what it is, and you get a set of stickers. 2 printed building guides, and 4 bags of bricks. Alright, and yeah, that's pretty much what we'll be doing here today. And, well, let's see here. And the manual just starts right on in. And I need to turn my viewfinder here to see what I'm doing. So bag 1 does this. It doesn't really tell us what we're building, so I'm assuming we just have to pay attention to the front of this. Now, let's dig in. Let's find bag 1. Usually it's the last one. Well, it was the second to last one. But yeah, we're going to be building this guy right here. And I mean, there's only, what, 4 stickers, so I think we can live through this. And it's 2 a.m. in the morning. I need to build something before I have a long meeting day ahead, and I got a bunch of developer jobs lined up, so yeah, that'd be nice for a vehicle base. And you know what I can just do? Flip on the floodlight here. Okay. And, oh, that piece comes in teal. That's pretty cool. Honestly, I'm going to be honest, I'm tired of space. I know some of you, I read some of the comments that some of you are like, yeah, these are not exciting. Well, at least this one doesn't have a whole lot of white in it like the other ones, but this one's got a lot of black in it, so. Well, you know, let's see if we can do this all in one sitting. And alright, let's start pulling out parts for the minifigure. We're going to just do it in order today. And yeah. But I'm kind of tired of doing space. It's across 3 different lines. And yeah. I mean, we'll see how well the set goes. But for me personally, I'm just kind of burned out. Oh, we get some sand blue bricks. That's kind of unusual. Okay, so here's a little bit of an update for those who like to keep tabs on things that I do. I got 50 tutorials filmed for this year. Okay, so you already seen probably about 14, 15 of them. And I'm just about to wrap up our summer fun pack, and that's what she looks like right there. So, summer fun, I think I have like 1 or 2 things I got left to do, but I'm working on alternative projects now, and I got a couple of other projects that I'm working on that are, you know, what's that, vanilla icing? But for the most part, I've been trying to get a lot of stuff done. And I'm glad I got one of my tutorials done because this set was coming in the mail. I knew about it and I thought, well, let me get some stuff done before it comes in. And I was really hoping for some different varieties of sets, but, well, you know the old saying, beggars can't be choosers, but I'm not begging. And so this is supposed to be a 3-in-1 where you get 3 sets in one. That's what LEGO's calling them now, I guess. And I don't know how I'm going to film this review yet. It's not that big. I just want to, you know, don't say anything, but I want to get it out of the way. So I'm already starting to set up more of the there we go. Looks like it's just some kind of a camera. The summer pack, I noticed my views on my main channel are kind of slumping, and well, if they don't pick up, I'm gonna start doing members only and Patreon only videos, which is going to be tutorials. I'll still do mocks, but I haven't made up my mind yet. But then I can just say it's fan funded instead. I don't know yet. Oh, we're supposed to put those in there. Well, we'll do that right now. You build one space set, they all start looking alike, and they all kind of do the same old thing. And I'm just kind of trying to think of some stuff to do. And matter of fact, I needed a bunch of these for something, but not in that color, but transparent. And yeah, I need a lot of transparent light blue, so there's a hint right there. I'm going to have to place an order. Oh, it's a jetpack. Oh, okay. So I think it goes like that. There you go. Yeah, we already seen enough of those. All right, so it looks like now we're building the spaceship, and yeah, Lego, please lose the red highlights. I mean, I use blue. It's easy for me to see. I've never had anybody complain about the blue. Now, if I'm using like black, blue doesn't really show up, so I try to stick with light blue or maybe a green color. Yeah. Oh, also I got some more building guides written up, and I'm saving up some time to work on the Michael Myers house, and I got the rough building guide done. I just need to start writing up the final draft and getting it ready to go. And I think I know how I want to do it in terms of getting it ready to... So what I'm going to do is build the whole thing in terms of the parts list, get a finalized parts list, and then, I don't know, I think I may end up just making a thing that update, you know, just post it up on Patreon or something, I don't know, and then just update the building guides there. Alright, let's turn it that way because it makes more sense. So I'm still getting the comments on here. Thanks for helping me, Jay. You made a lot of sense. I did read one of your comments on the castle, saying thanks, the drawbridge was a pain, got it working. Yeah, I remember that, and you know, that's why I do these, just to kind of work through them. Oh, and by the way, last week, and it was so freezing cold, and today it's like 90 something. So, and today is the 10th of April 2024. Anybody watch the eclipse that happened, I think, on the 8th? I didn't, because guess what? Where I'm at, there was only like 40% coverage, and it wasn't even worth it. You didn't even know it was going on. So it was kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, I found my filters for my camera. I thought if it was a full coverage, that would have been so cool. So some people experience darkness at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Out here, you wouldn't even know what was going on. It was still sunny and all that stuff, you know. I like these type of plates. I just wish they had 4 holes in them instead of just the 2. Yeah, so I'm trying to get all these sets built so I can work on the fun stuff, because the next thing I'm going to do after this, I'm going to start working on that next portion of the campground. So when I get this booger done, that gives me about another 2 or 3 weeks before I get some more stuff here. Lego hasn't been sending a whole lot, but the stuff that I've been seeing they send the other ambassadors is like, wow, you know, and I'm getting, well, more or less this stuff. I know some of you have told me you're kind of getting tired of them. Sorry, that's how it is. That's what we're going to have to do here is just survive through it. So I'm thinking that this is probably a collaborative build. If they say there's 3 sets in one, we're going to see if bags 1, 2, 3, and 4 can be built separately. So you and a few buddies can put this together. That's the one thing I'm looking at on these sets. Can be built by multiple people. And honestly, I mean, yeah, the classic space wasn't any colorful. At least we had blue. This one just is black, white, and gray. The hint of orange. That new dark orange is in here. So, or is it dark red or reddish orange or something like that? So yeah, I think you guys and gals are going to be happy with the tutorial lineup. And if you're on YouTube members, you've probably already seen all my tutorials by now. So I got a lot of stuff to go. I don't want to just burn myself out on tutorials, but I'm starting up a new method of just doing things, and I've been breezing through tutorials. So that's what I've been doing here. Looks like we're making something that slides in the back. And now I am sick of fast food. Going to restaurants and having a restaurant meal is one thing, but I don't know. I just, it would have been easier if we stuck this one here first and did it like that. Okay, they have a shoe glider on the back, or slide shoe. Depends on how you look at it. It just goes in here. Yeah, I have a couple of these arrows in my newest, well, if you want to call it new, fifth wheel building guide. And I'm getting more efficient now. I'm writing up building guides. So I'm getting a little faster at them with very few errors. So just try new methods out until it works. Yeah, I've been kind of chilling out, watching movies on YouTube, and okay, those are gold studs, not transparent. Oh yeah, because it's got the sparkle. And here I sometimes can't tell, but that's, ooh, where are you going? Get back up there. That's how it is. And been working more on my old car. The ABS module just completely failed in it, so I had to unplug the wire that goes to it to make the brakes work again. I thought, well, I'm going to have somebody look at it. And unfortunately, they don't make the thing anymore, so guess what I will have to do? I'm going to have to rebuild it, but I don't know, take that risk. I have a feeling this is going to be a duplicate. And I just, you know, it gets me something to do outside instead of sitting in front of the computer all day. And I've noticed more and more, oh, it says this once it's on this hinge. Okay, just don't press down on it. That's how it's supposed to go. So I bet this is probably supposed to do that like the other ones have done. I don't even know what I was going to say, but writing up your own building guides, you know, it's a lot of work. Now, I noticed something about Rebrickable. If you contact me on Rebrickable, I won't get your message for a whole month. For some reason, they're really lagging on that. So I have some fans that will contact me on there, and when I get on there, sometimes it doesn't even show it up in my inbox. And I'm kind of just don't want to use it anymore, but there we go. So I think that's what it's supposed to do. Let's see, push that out, close it back up. Okay. Sorry if I'm not making a whole lot of sense. Just kind of tired. Well, why are you building this stuff? Well, like I said, it just gets me away from work stuff that's going to happen in an hour or two. So Better to do something now that's more constructive, because I will be shining a seat with my rear for like 10 hours today. So we're going to have a little fun here. What is the age range on this here? 6+, so that's why we're only doing 1 or 2 pieces. Yeah, my building guides now, I'm not tailoring them for younger builders. They're mostly for advanced builders now. So we'll be putting together 3 or 4 pieces. Usually chassis I go off very slow on because they can get pretty complicated. But I don't want to just give you, the builder, some half-baked thing and expect you to build it, because that would not be doing justice for you. Alright. That's what I've been doing. And one of my tutorials, I saw it in my mind, it was kind of clouded, and then when I built it, I was just amazed by it. So I can't wait to share that with you too. Depends on how the views on the main channel go. So for the most part, I've just been kind of busy building and all that stuff. I'm already ready for winter. We're just in spring and I'm already ready for winter. Although spring's been pretty mild. I did get somebody ask me though, hey, you should just do videos on your car and show how you're fixing it up and stuff. And no, I may do that. I may do that. I don't know. But when I'm a noob myself, I'm not an expert by any means. I don't want to just do that. Matter of fact, I was looking for some of these. I think I was looking for them in blue or tan. I can't remember what color. Okay, they go right there. Matter of fact, I have some good ideas for 2025 for tutorials too. I mean, really good stuff. I think you'll be happy with it. It's just, I'd like to finish up this year's content, and then I'll focus on next year's. But if you're on YouTube members or Patreon, you'll probably see it early before anybody else. So it'll be our little secret. And it's a school night, and I hear somebody still up. Hey, you know what though? I've already passed school. I'm already done with all that. I'm done with grad school. I don't have to worry about that. Somebody's going to be late. And I found out here, they will serve you a lunch detention, and you have to pick up trash. Hey, as long as I'm not doing it, I don't care. I got to pick up enough stuff around the house. I was telling somebody about that, and I'm like, dude, be careful. I said, in the big boy world, they don't do that. You either got to pay a fee, or you're going to pay fines, or worse. Depends on what it is. You may end up going to jail. You got to be careful with that. Alright, so I think this book that we're in right now covers bags 1 and 2. So so far the build, is it keeping my interest? Kind of. It's your typical whatchamacallit, and that finishes up bag 1, and these are the pieces that we have remaining, and that's not too bad. Alright, so we're going to be moving on to bag 2, and it looks like we got these things that we're going to have to count, so here we go. Oh, I see a windscreen, I think, in there. I wonder how bad that scratched. Remember, I'm starting to fail sets now for that. This one survived. Lego could have stopped it at any time. Let's see here. Yes, I'm very picky on it. I'm not counting the mold injection parts, but I do see some pits, but if I see any more of that Lego, I'm going to knock it down to a flat 5. Yeah. Okay. This is not minifigures. Oh, I forgot to mention. Look, we got the blue hand from the void again. Come to visit us. It must be E.T. or Gordon Shumway. Okay. Alright, you know what? This is the color I've been looking for right here. Now, if there was some 1x1s tossed in here, it'd be better. Alright, so I'm assuming, and I'm going to check, yes, we are building 2 of these. They tell you here, but they don't tell you here. They just give you some info pick. So when you're building this, just build just a set right off the bat. And I just got done brushing my teeth. You won't know it, but got that done just so I can get ready to go here. I'm going to just get this all done. I may just do it all in one sitting and just do the review real quick. In fact, I need to get more of these right here. They're like a Technic brick with a plate on the back. Ooh, these are printed. Remember, you had to put stickers on these, but no, that's printed now. Well, that's a keeper right there. Honestly, I don't know what I'd use it for, but there's one of those in white. I need a tan, but we're getting close to the colors I need. Yeah. Okay, they want us to rotate them around. I may use this new type of rotation that Lego uses here too in my building guides. Jay, you don't sound too enthusiastic. No, I'm going to be honest with you, no. I'm Lego spaced out, like literally. It's becoming the same old chore. Ooh, do those come in sand blue? The ingot tiles do. Cool. I can use those in that color. I don't know what I'd use them for, but I can always use them. Oh, that's something you haven't seen in a while. 1x2, triple 45-degree slopes. I mean, it's very rare you ever see some really old school pieces in these modern sets. Besides the bricks and plates, of course, but trying to find... Oh, there we are. Yeah, remember the bookshelf tutorial? I used plenty of these. And that tutorial did not do very well for it being a really tough one to put together. I might have to make more of a formal video and be like, guys, I understand most of you don't want to see the tutorials anymore. You want the big ones. Oh, somebody asked me when am I going to bring out the car builds. Usually I don't start car builds until May. And it goes from May all the way up through December that I will bring out at least a car or some kind of a vehicle month. So if you're looking for vehicles, well, this is April. You got to finish up this month first. To bring out the goodies. But if you're on my YouTube memberships, you don't have to worry. You can just watch them as I get them done. Which, really, I haven't been editing any cars. I got 9 vehicles, though, out of 10. I'm missing 1 vehicle, and I'm going to probably work on it this weekend a little bit and see if I can get it done. And then, once I get it done, it won't be too bad. Okay, so we are required to use this thing here again. So this is obviously not going to be modular. That doesn't mean bags 3 and 4 are not going to be, but we don't know yet. Let's just snap right in place, too. There we go. Let's see. So, Jay, you're going to do the whole review and everything now before work? Yeah, I'm going to do it just to... Ooh, be careful with that. Just so I can get it out of the way and It's not due for like 10 or 12 days, but still I'd like to get it done so I can move on to some bigger and better things. And yeah, do the fun stuff. Jumper plates on jumper plates. Alrighty. Am I seeing any really unique pieces? Most of the stuff I already have, some, maybe a handful of parts, but nothing I'm just chomping to bits to have right offhand. Some of the stuff is becoming more and more common. I'll tell you, I do like these printed screens right here. Can you get close to see that? That right there. Lego needs to print more of this stuff. A lot of people say they're chilling out on the stickers. I really don't know, but this one I think here's probably the exception. So that's going to be the cockpit right there. Now, what I'm going to do when I do the review, I'm just going to probably ad-lib it and just film it right after I do this real quick. And I don't think I need a turntable for it. I'm just going to kind of just go with it here. This is the extended review. Or if anybody wants to consider it as a building tutorial, then yeah, we can call it that too. But a lot of these parts, though, I really don't think I'll ever use in terms of my style of mock building. But I'm going to be honest, though. I mean, I'm kind of getting tired of space, but for someone who's really into this, I mean, these are fun, and they're modular. You can combine them with the other space sets, and in addition it can be built solo, or you can add them to your space theme like this one here. I'm hoping this is a modular build here for families who want to build with their kids. That's what I'm hoping. Alright, so I have a feeling we're going to be putting some over there. I don't know yet. We're going to hide that plate there. I could use that for something. Yeah, I think next year we're going to have a little fun with the tutorials. I have an idea, a theme. It was something I was going to do, and I thought, well, not this year, but next year I will have I'll have more of an appropriate theme here to do it. And that's what we did. We got to rotate it around and do this side here. So if you're looking for a big campground mock, it's probably going to be next year. But that gives me time to buy more tree parts, maybe introduce maybe a camper. I haven't used that tent. The Class C motorhome, or not the tent, what was that other thing we built? I got the mystery camper, and then the tiny house. Tiny house is going to be for the camp host. So that is what I will be doing maybe next year. And I already have a title for next year's summer fun. Can't leak it out yet, but I'm actually already started some supplementary projects that I was going to use this year, but they may be bumped to next year. So that having been said, now the beauty about this channel is you guys and gals who watch these faithfully, you get the inside scoop of what's coming, what's going down. I get the questions asked, what are you building, what are you working on for the summer? And now I'm like, you got to go to the second channel to see that. Okay, that does work. Just making sure. And I think you'll all be pleased with summer fun. I mean, it's a broad term, but summer fun. Some of us will not be going on a summer vacation, so we're gonna have to have a little fun there. Okay, this fits in here, so I bet that does that. And so you got to make this and shove it upside down. Wow, what a waste of good roof slopes, too. That's the button to start it, huh? Push the start button. I've been thinking about doing that to my old beat-up pickup truck. Just putting a push to start button in there. So you got E.T.'s hand from the void coming in going, ooh, push that in. So let's show you here. If you just come in here, then you just do that. Okay. Gotta have fun with these guys and gals. You can't just sit here and make these boring. Although I'm getting more requests with the piano music. No, we're not going to do that. But I do have somebody say, Jay, please don't. I like the slow builds. I like to be able to see what's going on. And, you know, all the other big boys, you know, they already do this. Why don't they just throw some commentary, find something to talk about, or have maybe do a podcast or something, you know. In fact, I should make these into podcasts, huh? Pretty much what they are. Just find a topic for the day and just stick with it. Got a roller coaster piece there. But anyways, though, so far from the new sets that I've seen Lego bringing out, most of them are not really exciting or appealing to me. They have the, what was that one that my friends have? They say it's a pretty decent build. Animal Crossing sets. Now, I probably would have just not liked those too much, but they have a lot of bright, colorful, interesting parts in there. And I'm getting space. Let's see, there was a Lego Creator Space, Lego Friends Space, and Lego City Space. And you think Lego would just bring out its own space theme, but now they're branching it across all the other themes. And I swear, if I get another space set, I may... Well, I don't know. There's a lot of the... I don't know if I'd reject it or not. Oh, at least this one's printed. Alright. Put that there. Alright. Well, we're getting close. Can you just have me set this here in the next step? I'm going to show you something here, and this is something I've been doing in my builds too. See how they have the jumper plates folded here and they're like this? I've been doing that too. I have the arrow showing you to fold them, but I've been doing that as well. You know, you got the patience, you can write up your own building guides for stuff, for your creations. More people need to get into it because it's a good way to preserve your builds. Okay, we got to build 2 of these. I'm glad now I looked. I've been getting more partnership offers, and some of these are pretty decent. And they want me to make a video or add it to one of my existing videos. First off, tutorials. If a company wants to sponsor a series of tutorials, I'll be happy to do that. But review offers like this, you can't put a sponsorship on these. This is already what Lego sent me, so it would be kind of tacky to say, hey, you know, let's put 3 or 4 partnership offers in one video, or sponsorship offers. It's just, I think 1 per video is more than enough. All right. And these sit here. Okay. Like that, right there, where it's hanging over. I'm showing you too. See right there, just place right in there. I'm showing you just to make sure. You know, like I said, I was never intended for this channel to be utilized like this, but you know what? So be it, huh? Because if what I'm doing here is helping a builder, hey, you know what? I'm all fine with that. Alrighty. Yeah, but the camper build I was working on had some reddish brown in the original model and it broke. So I had to ditch it. Flip it over and stick a bunch of this. So I bet this is probably going to go there. Yep, that's exactly where it goes. I had to cheat a little bit, but there you go. I see the battery parts. I feel this thing's going to take these little battery packs. There we go. So I think it's going to go like that. You push this button down. And then the scratched pitted windscreen goes in. Yeah, so when I do the initial tour of this, what I'm going to do here, you know, it might be easier just doing it like this. Here we go. Is just to hold it. Well, how do you open that up now, huh? Lego, you didn't put a way to... Oh, there we go. But just do it like this and just set them on the counter. We don't need to go all full-blown close with this one. If they're small, I can do them, but if they're big and chunky, I don't think I can. I've been getting a lot of these type of tiles here, too. I bet it goes there. Yeah, that's where it goes. Alrighty. Is there a slope that's supposed to go in there, or because I have one extra one? But there's a slope that goes there that I guess I foolishly forgot to put that in, and then it goes like this with the stud going in there, and then there you go. So that's the button there. All right. And I did these type of barrels too. So I'm looking at how they did those. I put my lines in the middle, but I may just do what Lego did here. And so I'm working on a revision. And that's what we have remaining for bag 2. And so far, we have not even touched the little sticker sheet yet, but I have a feeling that's coming close. And so far, it's pretty sturdy, actually. This is pretty rigid, so I'm happy with the build quality of the set. It's just not my type of theme, but yeah, that's what we have, so there we go. If you think bags 1 and 2 are interesting, look, it's a mech with some other things. I know. This would have been fine as a standalone model, but well, let's get into bag 3 and get this out of the way here. So I think, honestly, bags 1 and 2, just do that. So this is obviously isolated. So I'm going to say up to probably 2 people can comfortably build this. Let's see what we're building first here. Obviously another spaceman. Now the only thing I have to say is I like the classic space, but the spacemen back when I was a kid were kind of lame compared to today. Although they're a collector's item, but somebody's going to probably roast me on that. But the newer space outfits are a little more unique. But the older classic spacemen are something that I grew up with. So I don't dislike this type of stuff. I don't know, imagine having these spacemen and the old classic stuff. That'd be kind of crazy. Alright, so we got her done. And now we got to build some plant things. I've been hoarding up some of those. Oh, if you need something to tow your horse and your buggy, there you go. There's one of those pieces right there. I think that's it for that. That's it. Yeah, I have a tutorial that needs 2 of those, I think. I don't know if it's in that color. Can't tell you what it is, competition, but I think you guys and gals will like it. And it's something that you can pull behind a vehicle. I do like to read the comments about, ooh, those come in sand blue, about the camp stuff, and a lot of you like those who are interested in those type of builds. Like, it makes you feel like you're camping, and yeah, that's the whole intent of those, is to give you that feel like you are camping. And just to kind of have fun with all this. Now, one thing I'd like to do this summer is just get out of town for at least a day, or at least for the day. And I'm just trying to think of some places to go, to have fun. In fact, if they made a round one of these like this with the one hole, I'd be happy. Just trying to think of some interesting places to go, some places I've never been. In fact, I'm looking for more outdoor stuff than just going inside. Now, out here it gets really hot, so I got to be very careful on what I do. I mean, we're talking about 120 degrees. And if anybody's ever adventured into a desert, it's a very inhospitable place, especially in the summertime. Winter's not too bad, you just got to watch out for flash floods. Alrighty. I didn't even use my selfie stick today for the audio recordings. Oh, I gotta make 2 of those. So, looks like bag 3 just does this minifigure, that, and that thing there. We gotta build 2 of these. Oh, how fun. Jay, why do you accept these? Why? And I know somebody's going to say, why do you accept them? Oh, wait a minute, I got to make a note right now before I answer that. There's no brick separator with this set, I've noticed, so yeah, it's ding a point off. So right now we're still going to be at a 9. Why do I accept them? I don't know. But at least I can say that I tried it, I don't like it. Oh, those are silver metallic. Those are great for making vintage cars. At least the set's got some parts I could use. Jay, you're going to tear that apart when you're done? Yeah, I'm going to rip this baby apart. In fact, whoops, that's backwards. I've already been tackling some of the Monkey Kid sets because there was a few pieces I needed for summer fun. Remember that big that elephant tusk thing that we had to build? Yeah, I ripped that thing apart. I ripped one of its legs off because I needed the parts off of it. That didn't sound right, but I just said, no, I'm taking that. I'm gonna, okay, do that. So I think this is probably a little joystick, and our figure just sits in here like this and just flies it. I think that's what that is. And that is what we have remaining for bag 3, and if you notice, we still have the stickers. Alright, let's move all this out of the way and start with bag 4. I need to set up a space outside to do these. You'll hear neighbors and all that stuff, but it'd be kind of different. Before the heat hits, I may just do one of these outside just for fun. Maybe do a little poly bag or something to kind of warm up to that. Maybe we can hear the water fountain too and all that stuff. We gotta put this guy together. See the skater dude? I notice I'm still getting Janet and Amy commenting on these, which is cool. At least I remember that. And for those out there who are my YouTube memberships, when I have to do the shout outs, I'm going to have to take a screenshot and put it on my tablet. Well, at least this is printed. Well, there's the head. Okay. We got the hazmat helmet. Well, at least it comes with the hazmat helmet. I think I ordered like one of those. I think I have a few more out of these sets, so that's a good thing. I just got to get the bright torsos for that. That's what he looks like right there. Stand up straight, and that takes care of the minifigure. Alright, here's something. I think I may only have one or two of these. Like a Technic. I think this is a Technic plate or a Technic brick. I don't know what those are called, or a platform maybe. So I know some Technic buffs out there. I've been reading on the land, they've been asking that Lego needs to focus more on just having pure Technic sets. Hey, that's fine by me. They can do that all they want. Matter of fact, though, I was kind of thinking, you know, I should just ask for some Technic sets, but the problem with that is I'm not a Technic buff by any means. And just to kind of take those sets from somebody who actually likes the Technic stuff, you know. I mean, it'd be interesting to maybe have one or two sets, but imagine getting like 20 sets of Technic. Although it's a good introductory course to robotics, so if you're getting into robotics, there you go, it's Technic. It's not cheap too, so it is what it is. Okay, I need one of these in 1x1 form. Here we go. I bet we're making another one that go on the other side. I think this is some kind of a droid, or this could be the Mech. We don't know. Well, we're starting our very first sticker. Oh, there's a brick right here. I don't know if that's... Put that over here. I don't know if this came from this or not. I'll set it up there. I'll remember it's a 1x2. You got to put a sticker on that. But you know what? A lot of you said just do this and put the sticker while it's on there. And there's no number. Oh yeah, there's a number 1 by it. So you can't mess up on this one. And come on, Lego, you do make these printed. That's okay, I guess. Alrighty. One of these in sand blue. At least this set's got some sand blue in it, but a lot of this stuff I've seen before. I was hoping to see some really new parts. Like new. And we got the Bionicle. I remember Dan, sometimes I'll see him comment, but he used to like those Bionicle fingers. There you go. Yeah, this is the little Mech that we're building now. Just hold behind it when you're snapping that on there, like do it like this. Just hold behind it and push it in. And then just kind of work that down in there. And we're putting the battery on this time before we finish. Wow, I was expecting something more complicated. I guess not. Come on, get your battery in straight. Alright. Okay. Maybe that's it. Because we're doing something different now. I can always use this dark orange and sand yellow for the campground stuff. Okay, then we got the gem. Goes here. I like these opaque gems. Trying to get this on there, but it's... Oh yeah, you got to keep rotating. There's actually one side here that's straight. So just rotate it till it fits in. You may fight with that. It's like that should fit in there. Well, no, that's why it didn't fit in there. This goes right here. Just stick that peg inside that tube. You'll be fine. Of course, that one doesn't matter which way it goes. And that's what that looks like. Pretty cool. Now we got to build the mech suit thing. I'm just going to say it. Those things are boring. Got the belly aching out of the way. Can't wait to share with you guys and gals the thing. But so far, you know, I'm not really happy with the theme of this, but it's sturdy and durable, and it's broken down in such a way that I'm going to say 3 people can build this. But really, to make it more balanced, I'd say 2 people can build it. One can build a spaceship, and another one can build bags 3 and 4. So 1 and 2 go to one person, 3 and 4 go to the second person. But it can go up to 3. I'd say 2 to 3 people can build this comfortably. Even if there's only 2 building guides, you could still have a partner download one. Oh, wow. I think I have one of these in sand blue. I do have a tutorial that uses these. I'll show you a better shot. It's one of these. I have a tutorial, not that color, but you're going to need a bunch of those. See? Imagine all those guys who don't watch this channel. They're not going to have a clue what I'm talking about when I go in there. Jay, why don't you give us a heads up what we're doing? Oh, I got to watch my second channel. I got to watch through the review stuff. Well, I don't want to watch the reviews. You're missing out. I'd really like to shoot and get that Michael Myers house done this year too. Anyone? Oh, there it is. Let's see, any one more of those. Just to get that big building guide done. I think I've already got over 200 building guides. I think maybe it's 215 building guides, 216 so far. It's not bad. All the new stuff is digitally backed up. Well, I'm missing another one of these. So what did I do with it? I threw it over here at the spare parts. Let me go look real quick. And I'm just tossing them all over here. Matter of fact, I can't even find one. And what you are hearing is probably about 10 tutorials on there with a bunch of parts. Oh no, it's right here, my bad. But you should get to hear the tutorials that haven't been released yet, moving around on the workbench. One of my tutorials I'm working on may need a couple of these, but I don't want to spend any money on the project right now, so that's probably what I'm going to use the fan funding for, is to make more interesting, elaborate tutorials and use those strictly for memberships. I don't know yet. Yeah, this channel, I guess I'm able to have memberships on this. And honestly, this channel is really just meant as a, like what I'm doing now. I don't think I'm going to go YouTube members on this one here. But I still can't thank this individual, I can't remember her name, I'm sorry, for sending me a super thanks. We're helping her out with the set build on here, and I was like, cool. And it was pretty fair, I don't ever expect to get those, but well, that made my day a little better. Matter of fact, if I got a bunch of those, I could probably do this more full time. I mean, Lego's not a cheap hobby to get into, and definitely not cheap if I'm buying sets. I mean, part hauls only reach about $50, and I only buy like 4 or 5 of them a year, so you could do the math and you'll know. I only buy what I really need. Alright, so it wants us to hinge. Stick this here. Huh? Oh, it goes like that. And fold it up. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of working on this. Well, we're gonna get it done. Take a bunch of barbells and stick those on there. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Imagine making a pickup truck. I thought about using those handlebars like that too. That'd be pretty cool. Must be the thing that kind of goes over the figure like that. I wonder if my buddy Josh watches these. If he comments and says, yes, Jay, I watched them, it'd be pretty cool. But by the time I get to releasing it, I'll probably forget about it. Oh, I gotta put a sticker on that slope. Well, white slopes are hard to get a hold of for me, so guess what's going to happen to that sticker when I'm done with this set? I'm going to rip that right off there. If it was printed, I'd be forced with it, but no. Alright. We still got 2 stickers left. Okay, wait a minute. You know what? I have a feeling that these are probably mirrors. Okay. So what I'm going to propose to do now build both of them right away. Or did it tell us to start building two? No. Just one. That one's from the manual. This one's going to be its reflection. You know what tastes good right now is shrimp. With clams. Maybe some big giant steak fries. Tartar sauce. I managed to get those lined up pretty well. Alright. Okay, so now we want to flip them like this. So far up to this point here, it's still just a clone. Lego, you got this piece in a bunch of colors, but I need it in tan. In fact, I already built the vehicle. There was a vehicle that I wanted to build. It was supposed to be in yellow. Well, I didn't have yellow, so I made it tan. Sometimes that happens, and I just like, well, okay. Those are the same because now we're doing a sub-step. So keep that right there. Now, step 25. You're going to have to reflect this. Okay. Jay, how do you keep track of all this? You got to see it in your mind. How do you think I do computer programming or mathematics or applied math? How do you think I could do all that stuff? You just got to think a million steps ahead. So you just, I didn't even read the book, but when you're seeing arms and legs come up, it's like, okay. Well, I can't even get that on there. Alright. I know I'd get it on there eventually, huh? And this must be the hands, actually. It's hard to say that. Don't know what that's going to be for. Okay. So this, well, like that. Okay. That means that this one goes like that. So now I have mirrors here, or reflection. Skip all that because we already did it. Yeah, that with coleslaw. Now, I'm not a coleslaw fan, but I like talking about food. And you see how many people I make hungry. Alright, and these go here. What that was, like somebody's on the side of my house. It shouldn't be there, huh? I heard something pound against the wall. There you go. Alright. Matter of fact, I may not even have to move the camera angle on this one. Alright, so now we're done with that for right now. Let's start building hands. Now, one way if you're doing this, practice on small sets that have duplicate pieces, and if you don't feel comfortable, you want to stop at any time, you can do that too. In fact, I should make videos on how to build Lego sets. But of course, your method's probably going to differ from mine. Alright, so we have a couple of space logos. They're supposed to be put on like that. At least these are printed. Okay. Now, there's only one of these. So what I'm assuming here is that this is probably different than that. So now I can't go any further with this one right now. So we're going to stop there and piece this guy together. Okay, and let's grab this. Alright, how do you hold that on there without breaking? I mean, so far this thing's strong, so it hasn't fallen apart, but still. Now, I'm not going to touch that other piece we just made, because I don't know if we're going to need that or not. Now it wants me to build something else here. So I may have to take that apart. We don't know. Now you notice when I'm doing these, I always try to come out with different strategies, and that's pretty much what you got to do. Oh, you got to put a sticker on that? Oh, what a waste of a sand blue part. That's it for that. And we know what's going to happen to this sticker when I'm done with this review. Well, of course, it's going to be stubborn. They print part of it, most of it anyways, and then they kind of cheapened out on this. Okay. Alright, so this goes right here. So it's probably just some kind of ramrod thing. And now we're building the second hand. So we already went up to this point here. And yeah, up to that point it stopped. So if anytime you have doubt, just stop. Don't keep going. I've known some that built a set and the set was completely off. And I'm like, well, didn't you stop and check your work? No, I just wanted to get it done. I'm like, oh, I have to stop and check once in a while. Now, the reason why, even if I don't like a set, why do I still give these high reviews? Because I'm looking at things. Is it a collaborative build? Which this one here is. Is it a durable build? Yes, it is. Is it isolated, or do we have to have an expansion pack? No, you don't. When you get to that point, you know, that's what makes these a bit more fun to put together. Okay. Well, that fell off right there. Put that on there. Did I do that, or did it not go in all the way? Do I have to ding some more off that? And that just came right off. And maybe I didn't stick it on there all the way. Okay, that might have been my mistake. And this must be the grabber here. It shows the grabber sideways, and okay, it does rotate for our entertainment. Alright, now we got to put the batteries in this. Well, the power cells. In fact, everybody heard about those Fortnite sets? I'd love to get some of those Fortnite sets. I still play Fortnite and the Lego version of it, and for the most part I managed to make a fireplace for my little log cabin. So he goes in here like this. So what you do is you have him sit down, and then you just put that over the top. It shows you right here. And that's it. That's what we have remaining here. Yeah. So this is meant to go with all these. So this is a good standalone set, or you can use it with the other space themes. And that is what we have remaining right here. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and do the review after we set it all up here, because I'll have to do the thumbnail and all sorts of stuff. So for what this is, they say there's 3 sets in one. I think that that's probably a set. This guy here is probably a set. Okay. What I'm going to do is just set the minifigures up. I'm going to do the thumbnail real quick. And we'll do it like that. Okay, so it's a little, so right now we're just going to set up here, and then what we'll do is, I'll just do this right here. Now, I can't make her stand up by herself. I can always take that off too. Just kind of keep it behind her. And why are you setting up for the thumbnail right now, Jay? Because I'm going to start working on things here. Then we got these rock things here. We'll kind of put these right in this corner here, just like that. Okay. And then this right here, we can set that in the back. Now, when I'm setting up stuff, I look in the viewfinder. There's a whole hand's width in here. On your end, you probably won't see it. So I like doing these type of videos so I can explain to you what I'm doing here. Okay. And then I'm going to set up the camera right about there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bounce it forward, and so I don't have to zoom in on anything. Just what my goal is with this set here is I'm just going to talk about it and bring things up like this. It's faster that way, and this would be a quick review. So quick run through though. It's not a bad build, but honestly I'm pooped out of space, and you can see it's pretty monotone. Not as monotone as I am, but it's pretty much white, gray, black, with a little bit of color, but honestly it's not too exciting. I think I'll just do the thumbnail tomorrow or later on today, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Let me get the horizon lined up here. Yeah, but I'm happy with the build quality of it, but I mean, it's also playable too, so we're gonna okay, I think we got focus set up here, and then turn the brightness up on that right about there, and I think that will do it. So now let's get with the review. Now that everything has been assembled, let's take a closer look at everything. So we have 3 minifigures. Here's one of them. Looks like she's pretty happy. Probably about happy to go into the parts bin. And she also does come with a little jetpack. And this just snaps on like this. I think that's how it's supposed to go. Well, the battery fell out. Well, that's probably not going to help out. And when I was building this, the build was pretty strong, so yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to go. And we'll set her there. I also got this other writing contraption. And the minifigure could just sit in here and grab onto the joystick. and just fly this around. Looks like it's just more of a camera, so we'll borrow her. We'll take a closer look at her real quick. She doesn't have anything strapped on her, so we'll use her as the guinea pig. Nice print work for the torso. And she just sits right in here. There you go. She can just pretend she's flying around. Well, okay. These also move. And you can do all sorts of stuff and whoosh, that kind of thing. So it's not a bad little vehicle. And got this little droid here. Looks like it's meant to just go on the ground and drill at these rocks. And you do make 2 of these. I like the purple opaque crystals, pretty cool. Very simple. And we have the space mech. That's what I'm calling it. This does open up to pull out our minifigure. He's all ready to go. Just had him sitting in there, and that's what he looks like. We'll put him in there. He just sits right there. Push him down firm. Close this up, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But the joints are all flexible. The arms move, and this thing will grab things that are not supposed to grab. And then you got this hammer thing here to annoy people with. But for the most part, though, it's a nice playable mech. It's nice and flexible, and for the most part, nothing's fallen off, so that's really good. So it's really meant for play. Now we got the spaceship right here. This does close up and stuff, and there's the cockpit inside. Battery pack. Rear thrusters, I believe. And these are printed, and these kind of flex and move around and stuff like that. And here's the rear, and if you push down on the battery, right there. So this does open up. If you want to close it, just do this. We've seen that before in a few of the space sets. Now, I have not tried this out with the minifigure, but I'm assuming she is going to sit in there. So we'll have her take a seat inside the cockpit. Right there. Well, let's make sure she's sitting right or not. We'll push her back a little further. Well, Lego, did we forget to test something here? Alright, well, if we can't do that, well, her head's coming off. What if we just push her to the front here and have her lean back like that, with her head resting against the back? Will it close now? So I guess that's what it is. So she can't quite sit up and reach the controls, sadly. And that's what it looks like on the bottom. It's very basic, but it's very sturdy, very rigid. When I was building it, nothing came off. And pretty much for the most part, though, it's pretty nice. Now, we're going to dive right on into the review with build quality. And for the most part, it's really a nice, sturdy build. Nothing fell off. And when I was putting it together, it just felt very solid. Even the space mech is pretty sturdy, too. Play value, well, as you can see here, there's plenty of accessories to play with. So you're not going to get shortchanged on play value. And you also got 3 figures, and everything's scaled for figures pretty much, except for maybe this. This could have been improved a little bit, but for the most part, it is scaled for figures, and it's playable. My build experience was a different issue, and honestly, I think it might be the lack of color. I've done so many space sets now, they're just starting to get to be the same old routine type of build. So, for me personally, my build experience is average. Now, if you're into space, this is pretty much a really nice build. So, if you're not into this theme much, you may want to look somewhere else. If you want something with a lot of color, yeah, you may want to try to find something else with a bit more cheerful color palette. Now the set does come with a lot of interesting pieces, most of which are printed except for these striped pieces. Those are the only things that required stickers, but even these right here are even printed here too. So you don't have to fuss with a whole bunch of stickers. And in addition, it's got nice parts that you could use for other mocks or other creations. Now this can be combined with the other space sets, but if you've noticed, it is great just as a standalone model. So if you get this, you can play with it as is, or you can put it in your space theme. That's really good. Now, in addition to this set, there's another good positive on this one. It is a collaborative build. What I have assessed, that up to 3 people can build this, but 2 comfortably, since there's 2 building guides. Booklet 1 and 2 does the spaceship. 3 and 4 does all the accessories. So you got to pick wisely on who gets what. Or if you want, you can split up the mech, spaceship, and the accessories amongst 3 people. But I'd say 2 can comfortably put this together without any fuss. So for me, it's a win-win for the collaborative build. So my final score on this set is going to be a 9, and the reason why it's getting such a high score, you know, if I wasn't really into the build, it's playable. Nothing fell apart when I was building it. For the most part, it's scaled for minifigures. You get a lot of accessories, and it is compatible with the other space themes. So if you're really interested in space, or you know someone who likes space sets, it's a really nice accessory set. But for me personally, this set just didn't cut it. But tell me what you think of this set.